Science and religion. I thought I'd add a few additions and maybe make a few corrections from before. The first thing was when I was talking about the two domains, that there seems to be a physical and a spiritual, and that religion deals with the spiritual and the science deals with the physical. And as long as the religion sticks to the fundamental principle, the ideology, that there's something that exists over and above oneself, transcends oneself, and is greater than oneself, and is watching over you, and doesn't veer into the physical, like in the Bible it says the earth was created. Earth is the center of the universe, and was created in 7 days. I think we should leave that to the science rather than to religion. Religion can, for instance, the Bible is very useful as a moral compass, how to live, but as a description of how the universe started and how many people you can fit on Noah's Ark, you really should leave that to science. And science does not know how the universe started and how it got here, how you got here, and how it really works. Because again, as I mentioned, there's two different theories, incompatible. So it doesn't have, although it has two models that seem to predict things very well, and there's no evidence that doesn't comply with those predictions. It doesn't say why. Why do we have two different theories to explain how everything works? Well, if you look at to the religion, yes, you do. You have the need for a infinite mind to create the finite, and something that's omnipotent, and to explain the superforce, if you like, in the first between the first Planck time and time equals 0. So the Bible then, as long as you don't take it too literally, you restrict it to the spiritual and how one should live and what the moral compass is. And science, as long as it doesn't say that you knows everything and it has the answer for everything, you can say they're compatible. I also said when the universe unfolded at 10 to the minus 35 seconds, I said that's where you get the electromagnetic, and I meant to say, of course, that's where you get the strong force, because you get the electromagnetic force at 10 to the minus 12. So I made a slip there. And also when I was describing the symbiotic relationship between animals and plants, I should have just said, and I got a little tongue-tied there, that plants take in carbon dioxide and give off oxygen. Animals take in oxygen and give off carbon dioxide, and also give out carbon dioxide when they die and rot, except, of course, trees for a few million years. Also, when I was describing Newton's law of gravity and Einstein's law of gravity, I think I slipped in the word Newton when I should have said Einstein a couple of times there. And also when I, at the end when I was describing where you got all of your atoms, particularly ones after hydrogen, I said it was between 13.8 billion years, and I should have said 13.6 like I said before. So that was the thing. And finally, when I say that religion and science is somewhat complementary, I could have almost said that science needs religion and religion needs science to fully comprehend why and how you got here and how the world works. Because as I mentioned, the science is in the dark for how things started. Something from how something was created from nothing or from an infinite mind. which religions tell you that it was God that created the universe, and something that was omnipotent, powerful. Well, science says it's a multi-force. Well, God is also a omnipotent. And of course, what happened at time equal 1 second. And also, as I say, it has two different theories of how the world works and how you got here. So how can you have two? And so it has those models, but doesn't really have no why. And why does, and how does it something change from a wave into a particle? You need something to watch it before it does. And of course, one in religion says that God is everywhere, omnipresent, and watches over everything. So in one sense, the science needs religion. And of course, religion needs science if they start to explain everything that happens in the physical world. So there's a need for the one from the other. So I thought I'd just add those comments at the end. Bye for now.